Are you ready? I think I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated by the line of questioning regarding Canelo.
I don't want to touch this, dude is so bad, I don't want to touch his name.
I'm working on feeling the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person anymore. And I miss him. But sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because when he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just, I hate that. I'm scared of it.
It would be awesome to, be being a great war, maybe with a Mexican.
Let's go! Way pop!
I have to put the joke.
No, hey, thank you for playing, man. I appreciate you. Good timing, man.
Can't put predictions, man, but I definitely don't want to leave it to the judges.
Familia, nuevamente bienvenidos. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. We are LongLiveBoxing EnVivo podcast. Como siempre aquí, Manny Marrero.
Sean El Gringo Hicksa.
Hopper. Always breaking it down like it is, like it should be, with a guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He is Angel El Pugilato Castro. Come on, boy, give it up for my man.
What's going on? What's going on?
Man. Doing wonderful things in the sports of contact. And, man, we're excited to have you here. Appreciate you reaching out. And this is great, man.
Yeah.
Boxing, which we had a fantastic weekend this weekend. It was.
Thank you for having me here, guys. I reached out to a couple of the members, and it's cool that you guys have me here.
No, man, it's cool that you're here, and our timing couldn't be any better because we have a lot of boxing to talk about and a lot of things that are transitioning, because we know not just boxing, but combat sports is a passion of yours. You talk about MMA, and what better time than now when we have some cross matches going on. But let's go ahead and get into it with the big boys, talking about the heavyweights and talk about the thoughts on Parker Chisora. Kind of dive into that. And Hopper, what's your thoughts on the fight? Did you see the fight?
Yes.
Did it live up to your hype, brother? What's your thoughts, man?
It lived up to it and much more. And it's a fight lives up to the hype when you start off with the loser. Chisora displayed fucking heart, man. When you thought he's gonna go down, he ends up finishing the fight, which was it was mind-boggling. And the guys were tired by like the 8th round. They were both just exhausted. And Joseph Parker as well, and he thought he was gonna get him out of there. No, Chisora had other plans, and he wasn't consistently in the fight, but Chisora would throw enough punches to remind Parker, "Hey, you better be careful." Or you find yourself knocked out. So it was a very entertaining fight. I love
3 times. Got knocked down 3 times.
Dropped him 3 times, and I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it right now. The only thing that I found egregious were the scorecards at the end of the 114-112 for Parker. I thought it was pretty bad, and that's got to be my donkey of the week so far. That 114-112. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's a great point as far as like you hear a card like that, and it's weird because clearly
3 knockdowns, 114
knockdowns.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That's dumb.
Yeah, because I think like at least make your math work.
So 115-110 was good for you. You feel like 115-110? Because one judge had it 151-11.
Yeah, I mean it makes a lot more sense than that 114-112. It smells foul. At least try to hide it. What do you always say, Gringo? He filled that card out the day before.
You filled that card out the day before. Yeah.
It was a draw. And he's like, oh no, let me just some these knockdown.
Who's fighting? Okay, I got you covered. So I hate that, man. I hate that we're talking about it, but we don't want to spend too much time on it. But it is what it is, and I agree. Donkey of the Week is definitely up for grabs on that one. Angel, what's your thoughts, man? How'd you come away with the fight, man? Like, did you enjoy it? Sometimes the sequel's not as good, but I think in this case it might have been better. What's your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, my takeaway from this is that I think Chisora officially he can call himself the gatekeeper of the heavyweight division. I think that's his title, and unless he retires, which I don't think he's gonna. I think he can be the measuring stick for future heavyweights. I don't see Joseph Parker beating any of the top guys. Maybe in a rematch against Anthony Joshua or Dylan White, maybe. Maybe now that he's gotten a little better, maybe. But that's my biggest takeaway. I think Chisora is officially the gatekeeper, the measuring stick for the heavyweight division.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, absolutely,
Sure.
man. Completely. No, I think that's very, very fair. And that's the thing, you know, and before we get to that, Manny, what's your thoughts, brother, on the fight as far as going into it? I know that you're a big fan of Chisora, War Chisora. You know, you put the scarf in his honor like everywhere you go. You give people hamburgers whenever you get into it with them. You're a big Chisora fan. So what's your thought about him being the gatekeeper? And he took a beating, but hey, man, he's a warrior.
He took a beating. I mean, he was a warrior, and I truly, you know, believe in that. I mean, you know, Chisora was far more aggressive in somewhere in the second round. But as the rounds were on, Parker just picked up some of the strong right hands, and you know, he had him flinching, leg slipping, and he had him in trouble towards the end of the session. So, you know, third round, here we go. So, you know, this is where Parker, you know, picked up impressive lead uppercuts that really started, you know, kind of, you know, putting the pace in the fight. And although there's nothing different, you know, when it comes to the state of the heavyweights with this win, I think right now it's just this great opportunity for, you know, I agree with Angel in terms of Chisora, but Parker, who is he going to fight? You know, is he going to have another opportunity for a world title? Can he still be there? We don't know yet. So all that we know is he has opportunities, and you know, I look forward to see what happens, but nothing spectacular for me. You know, because it's just right now, the state of the heavyweights right now, it's revolving around number one, that is Tyson Fury, Usyk, and then rumors you have potentially Wilder against Ruiz. That brings a lot of attention to the top four at the division, and we'll see, because there's a lot of new contenders now are emerging at the heavyweights. You know, Baby Bull, you know, the other day he made a pretty impressive knockout. You know, kind of wants to be there in that section of in being able to contend eventually for a world title.
Oh, absolutely. All right, some good points there. And yeah, there's definitely some moving pieces that are in play. I definitely agree that it was an entertaining fight. Gatekeeper, I definitely agree with the statements by Angel. I mean, I think it's pretty much locked in. And I know some people are feeling like, man, he should step away. I know at the end he made a comment on social media to his social media and his fans and his followers that he's not done yet. He's not ready to quit. And, you know, I know he's taking a lot of punishment, obviously, but I think at the same time, I could see him going, you know, a few more fights and fighting in another year or so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him as feeling like, you know, in danger of being punch drunk or anything. And he's not out there being just totally destroyed. You know, he went through the entire fight. So we got some comments here I want to get to real quick. So got a shout out to our boy L Dub in the house. What's up? Chicano Prophet in the house. G Funky HCP. What's up? And Chicano Prophet said, fun fight. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for sure. And we kind of touched on as far as like the current state of the heavyweight division, and thoughts on that as far as any shift or changes that we felt. Now, it wasn't shifted by this particular fight, but there are shifts in the actual heavyweight division as far as that mandatory being set, as far as the WBC finally for Dylan White and Tyson Fury. What's your guys' thoughts on that and where we kind of sit right now? First, you, Hopper, what's your thoughts? And then we'll kind of go and pass that thing around. What's your thoughts, brother?
Well, my understanding of that is that's still up in limbo. I think Dillian White was trying to sue the WBC, if I'm not mistaken. So
he's trying to get opportunities.
He's trying to get the 80-20 split or away from the 80-20 split. I don't know. There's some legal mumbo jumbo going on with White and the WBC. So it's not. I think Bob Arum came out with an article saying that it's not out of the realm of possibility that Tyson Fury fights somebody else while they get that legal situation sorted out. And you're right. This Parker Chisora fight didn't necessarily shift the plates in the heavyweight division. It's more of an outer shift movement because, you know, we still have the major players in Fury and Usyk. Usyk still has Joshua problems. So,
right.
You know, it's more jumbled at the top. You know, the Parker Chisora fight was more, you know, safely outside everything.
Payday, another payday.
So, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what the legal ramifications are with White and the WBC and Fury, and you know, we'll just have to wait.
Yeah, it's a wait and see game, man. Which we know as boxing fans, we hate to see it in combat sports as
We're
well.
used to it by now.
But it is what it is. Angel, what's your thoughts, brother? Any takeaways from that?
I am one of the I'm one of the guys that's most against the WBC. I don't remember the last good decision they made. I don't know if you guys remember.
What? You didn't agree when they made Lomachenko the franchise champion? That was incredible. I mean,
I celebrated that day.
They give it.
I mean, you don't agree for giving Devin Haney
great celebration.
The email championship. Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, this is Mauricio doing Mauricio things. This is what he does. There's two people in the boxing industry that don't care about the good of the industry, and that's Mauricio and Gilberto Mendoza.
The WBA.
Yeah. As long as they're around, we're gonna keep seeing this circus, this tomfoolery. Dylan White. Does a win over Povetkin give you the right to be an interim and to face one of the top 3 guys? I don't think so, man.
No,
I don't think
but he was waiting for like what 2 years from Wilder.
2 years.
2 years.
Oh,
That's
exaggeration,
crazy.
like literally.
Like you said, that's the WBC doing the WBC. What organization makes their mandatory wait 2 fucking years for a fight?
Yeah,
The WBC.
listen. After the Yildirim Canelo fight, Mauricio was on record saying, maybe we should take a look at how we do our mandatories. What are we talking about? What are you doing? Nothing about the WBC makes sense, and this is one of those things. So I don't think it matters. I'm sorry for what if we put Dylan White against Fury or Usyk or even Joshua again? Well, what's gonna happen? It's magically gonna. It's going to be the same thing. So I don't want to see it. I don't want to know anything about it.
I mean, no, he's not going to get to Joseph Parker either. You know, and so I think it's been in the wrong position. And also it was him, because if he would have he was winning that fight against Alexander, and he got knocked out in the 5th round, then he had another chance. He actually held himself back for losing that that first fight.
That knockout, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unnecessary. So no, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I want to see an undisputed heavyweight champion, and I don't want to see Dylan White's, nothing. I want to see an undisputed champion.
No, that's a great point, Angel. On that point, and I feel you, Marcio, doing his thing with the WBC madness. Now, you said you want the undisputed. Do you want that rematch with Usyk and AJ, or do you want him to take that step aside money, that iPhone money, that Jerry Jones money? Do you want him to go ahead and to take the? Do you want the rematch? Which is more important to you, undisputed or rematch?
I just want to see Tyson Fury become the greatest heavyweight of the last 30 years. That's what I want to see.
Whoa.
That's what I want to see. And I think
Whoa.
a victory over Usyk, a dominant victory over Usyk, can show us that. I think Anthony Joshua needs to take some time to look for a new camp, to maybe work on himself mentally and physically. Slim down. You don't need to look like a bodybuilder. It doesn't work.
That's what I've been saying.
Do something else.
Hulk.
Yeah. It doesn't make
I'm
any
sexy
sense.
and I know it.
Yeah, he's a beautiful guy, but at the end of the day, that doesn't win the big fights. You know what I mean? That doesn't win the big fights.
Modeling contest.
Yeah. But the money's not there. The money's in boxing.
But he's attraction. He's a big attraction.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when there's money behind it on someone that's huge at Anthony Joshua. I mean,
just give him a step aside money. Let him work on himself. Give Fury some time to beat Usyk. Give me Fury versus Joshua at Wembley. Let's tear it down. Let's see what happens. Let's make some money.
How about Wilder against Joshua? Would that be something?
I don't like Joshua in that fight, honestly. I don't like it. He has with all due respect, I don't like to say these phrases that people say in gyms, like suspect chin or glass chin. But when he does get hit, he's in trouble. And if someone's gonna touch him in the chin, it's Deontay Wilder.
It's gonna be Wilder.
So I don't like him in that fight. Even when they were both undefeated, I didn't like that matchup for Joshua.
Yeah.
And now, probably Mauricio's gonna build a fake title, make them fight, put a title in there like the
aluminum belt. We always call it the aluminum belt.
No, since they're both like African American descendants, they have their African roots, maybe he'll build like an African descendant title, have him do a couple of tours here and there, and make it like a diamond championship, but with Afro descendant roots. You know what I mean? He'll probably do something like that.
That was like kind of like the closest one that Mauricio gave to Canelo. Is that right?
Right? You remember?
Yeah, I remember. Free belts.
Huirachi belt or something like that.
Yeah.
I know he did the June 19th belt, something crazy like that. So, no, good stuff right there, bro.
Are you guys disappointed on some of these heavyweight matchups right now until we wait for the big one? I mean, we just had Parker Chisora, and then later on,
that one wasn't disappointing.
Later on this year, the 2022 will surprise us with another big pay-per-view. Charles Martin against Luis Ortiz. I mean, at least
I don't.
No, that's
Is that a pay-per-view for real?
Yeah. It's on pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view.
Who's gonna buy that?
Yeah.
Man, he is. That's why he's promoting it.
Hey, I didn't know you were working with. I didn't know you were
Albert
working
myself,
with,
we get suckered up.
I'm surprised Gringo's not mentioning that. He's the PBC apologist.
Oh!
They're sponsoring this video right now. I have you know. All right,
Tune in.
Al
Spectacular card.
Al
Keep
Heyman,
going.
aka the Wizard of Oz, is sponsoring this.
All right, so shout out to him, by the way. His pictures on the all over there. All right, so
There's a wall right
here we want to get to. Dub. Shout out to you, L Dub. Joyce, and I thought Joyce was a good option for Parker.
Yeah.
Possibly. February return has been pushed back due to injury. L Dub is always on it, so damn. Hopefully that's not too much of a pushback. Also says on here, IBF made.
Yeah,
right.
Abdekukarov. He fought last week. Remember, I was telling you he bought a Cody Crowley, and Abdekukarov lost to Crowley in the co-main event. It was I forgot who the main event was now, but it was the Cody Crowley defeated him. He put it on him too. Damn, now I'm trying to.
That was a Shingo card, right?
No, Donito Donaire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and I remember that. No, good stuff right there. All right, so another comment here from D Style. Thank you very much. Fear versus White, and then Usyk versus AJ winner. I'm kind of seeing that's kind of like the landscape as it sits kind of right now. And I'm definitely fine with that. I know Angel hates that, but
I do.
We're here for you, brother. Prophet says Tyson's legacy will be greatly increased with a win against Usyk. Angel, I know you agree with that. We said ACP. Shout out to HCP Network doing big things.
Thank you,
Profit fight, party worthy fight right there.
You invite, just send us the invite and we'll be right there.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
So yo le llego.
Freestyle Boxing says Park versus Reese too. I'm not against it, right? I'm down.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
That one was enertaining as hell.
I think he's earned that.
Yeah.
I've earned it. Why not? Give him something to do.
Yeah.
I like Wilder versus Andy though.
I was about to see. Read my mind.
Yep, that's it.
I like Wilder.
I want to see what happens.
I hope it happens next.
And here's the thing. Here's my concern. There are going to be a lot of fights out there that we can potentially kind of match around that we won't be able to see. And I think this is one of those that it probably won't see. I'd love to see Wilder and Ruiz, but who knows? Well, Wilder's state of mind is, and he wants to go back. I mean, it's just one of those things. But I think that right now is the landscape just looks pretty simple with four top guys right now.
No, absolutely. No, good stuff right there. And that's the thing, it's constantly evolving. We have to acknowledge the fact that, it is I would say is it the money division though? I mean, it's the one where casuals get drawn to the gravitational pull of all those big
AJ, the fact that AJ's there, Anthony Joshua is the money cow in that area.
Yeah.
Is if we think Tyson Fury makes? No, he's not like Anthony.
He will be. I think next.
I think AJ is the cash cow over there on that side.
Well, because
on that side of the pond though.
That's like Canelo is over here on this side.
Right.
It's AJ over there still, even with his loss.
Top price don't pay much.
That's really that's a good point. So I never really thought about as far as like their draw as far as comparably individually wise, but I think as a whole, especially when you throw in some of the personalities in there, especially AJ, I mean it definitely is a money division. But
let's go, champ.
Let's see.
Around.
Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So speaking of things that aren't going anywhere, I mean I know it was a big part of the the undercard for Paul Woodley 2. But we have to go ahead before we talk about, and we can just
My
say
boy Jake Paul.
Yeah, and
Woodley's
still asleep. But let's go ahead and jump right to Amanda Serrano. All right.
Yes.
We gotta give shout out to the ladies.
Real fight.
The
real fight.
Right,
the real fighter.
All right. So definitely, I know Angel. You follow her career closely and the things that she's done. What's your thoughts and what's your takeaway from her performance? I thought she did amazing, but I really like to get your thoughts on how you came away from her performance.
Is she ready for Katie Taylor?
Yes.
Yeah, she's been ready for sure. I mean, Amanda looked top notch. Amanda, the output, the accuracy, the volume, everything was there. The way she cut the ring off against a girl against a lady that was 25, 30 pounds heavier than her that night. Yeah, she did things to that woman that Katie couldn't do, except drop her. Katie dropped her back in the day. Amanda couldn't drop her, but she put a beating on her. I think you could measure it side by side, and Amanda did a better job against medium than Katie did. Now, everything signed, sealed, and delivered for either March or April in the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So,
are you going to be there though?
I'm going to be there. But this fight brought I always talk about this particular subject, and it's the 3-minute round for the ladies. And this fight and the Seniesa Estrada fight, both fights brought out this conversation. We need 3-minute rounds. What are we doing here
for the girls?
Is this amateur hour? Why? Where did this come from? Why are they fighting 2 minutes?
Gringo. It doesn't make
Gringo's idea. It was Gringo's idea.
This guy.
Save money.
Listen. From the MMA world, when they gave a platform to the ladies, everybody has the same rules: 3 rounds, 5 minutes, and if it's a championship fight, 5 rounds, 5 minutes. And what happened? The ladies, within a year or 2 years, they had Ronda Rousey, the biggest female combat sports athlete as far as fame goes of all time. Forget Christy Martin, forget Layla Ali. Ronda Rousey is by far the biggest name in combat sports. Not the best fighter, but the biggest name, the most blockbuster name. Yeah. Why did that happen? Is Dana White a genius? I don't think he's that smart. He's very good at business. But you give them the same platform you give the guys, and some magic is going to happen. Boxing is not doing that. Boxing is treating them with kid gloves. Like they don't like Amanda Serrano is going to break her legs if she fights 3 minutes instead of 2. That doesn't happen. They're elite level athletes, and elite level athletes need to have the same set of rules.
No, absolutely. So kind of put you on the spot, Angel. All right. So honestly, does Amanda Serrano need to win that fight to cement her legacy as one of the all-time greats?
Against Katie Taylor?
Does she have to win?
That's GOAT status right there.
I don't think she has to win it.
She has to win it to be number one. I think in the conversation.
All time, like you're talking about, Gringo's talking all-time great, right? Like history, legacy.
In the conversation.
I think she's already an all-time great.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 7 division. I think that.
But if she wins it, of course, she goes down.
She wins it is automatically.
She's in the conversation. She is top 3, top 5, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
With a win over Katie Taylor and a decisive win over Katie Taylor, that's it. Conversation's over. She's the greatest woman to ever step in a boxing ring.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. But real quick, guys, I know everybody likes to shit on my boy Jake Paul, right? But how cool is it that Amanda Serrano is co-main eventing to a Jake Paul fight? She's getting eyeballs. She's getting paid. You know, there's something positive to come out of
that's
Jake
the
Paul
thing, though.
situation, right?
Ever since the Pauls are training,
I was reading that they pretty much clicked, and that when Jake Paul found out how much he was getting paid, that he just said, "Whoa, wait a minute, what?" And that brought her on co-main event, and look at that. That's good, man. That's a good relationship. Good for Amanda to get what she rightfully deserves.
And even the last time, did Logan Paul also say he shared part of the earnings with her, like $600,000?
I think it was Jake.
That was him. It was Jake.
That was Jake. Okay, that was Jake.
He split his money and he gave it to a lot of the undercard fighters. So, man, what boxer's gonna do that? What
No, I mean, and that's how they're
Not even
actually
Canelo does
entering.
that to get a better undercard.
Not to change the subject, but that's how these guys, this kid, both of them, brothers, they're entering themselves into the sport of boxing. It's like, we know we make money, we can bring revenue, and we want to share the wealth.
And we'll
And
break you off.
whether people really criticize them for because of the beginning, but I see them both committed. One of them moving to Puerto Rico, and he's now fighting in Puerto Rico, learning the Mecca boxing in Puerto Rico, learning that style, being able to have a rope mat and successfully go through every fighter that you have set your mind into it. I mean, sooner or later, yeah, he's actually talking about Canelo. Who knows? Maybe in the future, not now, but maybe in the future that would be $1 million.
Well, okay, we need to take it easy.
$100 million. No, but I didn't say who's going to win. I'm saying a draw match to potentially bring a lot of revenue.
I don't think
$100 million for Canelo.
I don't think he should. I don't think he
Canelo,
should ever.
Canelo,
I don't think
in
he
order
should
for it
ever
to be
step.
an even fight.
He should
Canelo,
not.
Canelo would have to fight him when he's 50.
He should not.
When
I'm
he's
saying the
55 with
money
one hand
talks.
tied behind his back or something.
No, I don't think that. I mean,
No.
I don't think that should
Don't
ever
do it,
happen.
Manny.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not okay.
No.
I'm not ready
Hey,
to
get hurt.
When that time comes, you guys are gonna say, "Damn,
I mean,
wow, it's happening."
okay, Manny.
I'm saying for the money. For the money. I'm not saying
I
for
agree.
Paul they're gonna win. I'm saying for the money.
I think Canelo
believe-
has a lot of money, but I don't think he'd.
I believe the money can make it happen. I'm sure they can give Canelo a blank check and then write an absurd amount of money on there with a lot of zeros. I'm sure that can happen. But I don't know, man. I think there's a limit to this, and you should never step in the ring against Canelo if you're not on top tier.
Unless he has a freaking ambulance ready to go, a room at the hospital ready.
Canelo can kill you. Canelo can kill.
It's not gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be like
good.
It's not gonna be like when Floyd Mayweather. Come on, let's be honest. Like when he carried Logan Paul, he carried him in that fight. He carried Conor McGregor. Canelo's not gonna carry you, bro. He's gonna knock you the F out.
Yeah, he's not playing any games.
So yeah, I mean, I'm with you on money talks and that whole thing, but I think that goes to a level where it's not quite there yet, and that's kind of where I was going to kind of go since we already brought it up. We're already there talking about the Pauls. I mean, okay, so he knocked out Woodley, but how much further can he take this? Like this.
He wanted to fight Tommy Fury, so
as far as he can.
Hey, Fury backed down.
Tommy, he wants Nate. He wants to bring UFC guys.
Yeah,
he wants to keep on, bringing in some action into the movie, which is
That's
fine.
the game.
I like it. That's good.
That's the
and
game.
Here's what I say about this. I don't know if you agree with this, Andrew, or not, but I mean, we say we have to give props and respect to anybody that puts the gloves on, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Jake Paul, everybody wants to bash him, and I mean, he's just going. He's literally he's taking it seriously. He trains.
He's training like a real fighter.
You can see the improvement from his first fight to his fifth fight, and compared to his brother, Logan Paul can't fight for shit. Jake Paul can. Jake Paul has a little bit. He has athleticism. He sets up his punches well. His jab's okay. I mean, he works at it.
He can crack too.
And plus, he's in there. He's talking about how he's not going to do it for long because he's already feeling the effects of boxing. Of course. I mean, you're getting hit upside the head, bro.
I don't think he should blame his state of mind on getting hit in the head. He was not all there
before boxing.
Yeah, he was not all there before he started boxing.
That's
but
true, right?
Listen,
he wants to get into boxing. Who in their right mind wants to get into boxing?
Right.
You're making millions, and hey, I'm gonna go get beat up.
I mean, he's making some money. He's really making
bank.
Yeah, he ain't
just
playing.
got a YouTube channel. That's all he needs.
All right,
he's making some money.
We got some comments here. So D-Style said 100% need 3 million pounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to that. Chicano's Prophet says truth. Yep. And yep. So it's a good one. So D-Style says Jake Paul versus Clay Collard.
Clay Collard.
I'm down, man. We can make it happen, man. Sign me up for sure. I'm all right with that. I think that would actually be a good one. So since we have you here, Angel, we always talk about the perspective of the boxing fan and how we feel or don't feel about the Pauls. Jake Paul specifically, he's had the success. Now that he's beaten one of their legends, what is the perception of him? Like he's just annoying, and now he's like getting really annoying. Is there like true hate there? Like what's the thoughts on him, or do they even talk about him or acknowledge him in any way?
I mean, I can't. Tyron Woodley, if the MMA purist, let's say, if there is such a thing, I think we noticed a long time ago that Tyron Woodley was not there. I said it in my analysis before, like on my preview before that fight. Tyron Woodley, ever since he got beat, he got his title taken away in 2018. Something broke. Something broke in his mind, because from that point on, he couldn't pull the trigger anymore.
Oh, last time it didn't get fixed, it got worse. It brain shifted, and then later.
Hopefully, he comes out better now. But yeah, if he doesn't seek help, like a sports psychologist, something like he has all the tools. He's almost 40, and look at how he looks. Like a tank. Everything's there. He has the explosiveness. He has some injuries. He has problems in his hands and whatnot, but he's still there. He can make some noise, maybe in a mid tier, like in a Bellator kind of MMA company. That's not the highest, the UFC, but he can make some noise elsewhere. But he needs help. He needs help because when he got beat for the title in 2018 by Kamaru Usman, who is the champion now,
started all the losses.
Yes, and something happened.
Burns,
that's my theory. I'm not a psychologist, but something broke. If you see his fights from that point on, and you see it from before, he was explosive, always explosive, looking for the finish, and something happened. He can't pull the trigger anymore. He was always hesitant. He needs help. He needs help.
Good perspective, bro. Good stuff.
Yeah, well, he really gonna need some help now. So I'm with you on that.
He's a meme now.
No,
I saw that meme where it said when Andy walks back and his toys and
he's so the toys play that. Listen, you can't talk all that smack and then get knocked out. Like all these memes, these memes aren't he's not the victim. Yeah, he talked a lot of smack.
I don't think that the meme from Manny Pacquiao Marquez, no one can defeat that meme. I mean, it's that's when the meme started at the beach, at the movie theater. Pacquiao, I mean, that was
Hey,
Pacquiao, man.
You know what? Josue Vargas is lucky the mainstream media got picked up on the. He would have been a pretty good meme.
His brother got picked up, and I'm hopefully that he.
Oh yeah, he was crying. Remember?
Yeah. His brother got picked up.
Oh, his brother did. His brother got picked up.
What happens?
Yeah. So he's a legend, virtual legend. So speaking of legends and people that have definitely left their mark and people I would never want to fight in reality or in a fantasy.
Man,
Beterbiev, Arturo Beterbiev. God damn.
Marcus Browne, son of a.
All right, so here's the thing, man. I'll go ahead and put it out there. All right, so Angel, we have he was actually training in the DFW area where we're at right now
with Derek James.
With Derek James.
Marcus Browne?
Yeah, he's with their Spence trainer. Yeah,
he was training with a lot of people that we know. Shout out to them.
He was sparring
Aguero, Vasquez. So we were feeling good, myself included. You know, there was a possibility we was talking about the boxing. Man, once something happened in that third round, and it's Beterbiev. When he switches that gear and turns into cyborg mode, it's over.
Yeah. Listen, all due respect to everybody. You can train with Jesus Christ if you want. Artur Beterbiev is untouchable for the next 3, 4, maybe 5 years.
At 37.
At 37 years old, there's nothing you can do to this guy. He's been dropped. He's been wobbled. But he beat. You remember when he beat Teddy Atlas guy?
Bostic, the nail.
That guy, the nail. Listen, that dude retired. This guy. Who did he retire? Adonis Stevenson.
Right.
Yeah. So and then Beterbiev destroys that guy. He just pushes his will on him. There's nothing Beterbiev there's nothing you can do to him for now. And what I see in the light heavyweight division, he's gonna keep reigning for a while because Zurdo likes to stand and bang. Even though he doesn't do it.
He's a great technical boxer, but last night he was baited into a brawl.
Exactly. And if you do that with Beterbiev, I don't know. And I don't know if you can get any slicker than Marcus Browne, though. Can Zurdo be as slick as Marcus?
No.
He
showed yesterday not his age, but he showed the lack of being in that elite status consistently because Zurdo right now is getting there after he stopped his career. He finally shown in there. But at point, I mean, I saw him a little bit struggling. Something you can't do past the 7 or 8 rounds with Beterbiev, to be honest.
No, I mean, I really thought that, I still do that. I mean, because he did for the first 2 rounds. Marcus Browne had a good game plan.
Yes. And that's what I was going to lead into, Gringo.
Yeah. And, no, go ahead, Hopper. What else?
No, I was in fight week, leading up to the fight. I was believing a little more and more on Marcus Browne. I even posted that thing on Facebook and I tagged you guys. I wasn't picking him to win because remember what I said? Well, I let off. I put a disclaimer. I said if the Beterbiev that destroyed the nail shows up, then of course not. No, there's nothing Marcus Browne can do. But that was 2 years ago when he fought Vosdick. He's fought one since. He fought Daenerys, and Beterbiev didn't look all that well in that fight.
He got dropped.
37.
He got dropped.
Right, yeah. And then Marcus Browne has power. He can box. Got that Olympic background. So, you start believing into the hype. Like, hey, if this guy goes in there, if Beterbiev overlooks him or he has an off night and Marcus Browne listens to Derek James, follows the game plan to a T, you could see it shifting a little bit, but Beterbiev quickly said no.
Yeah, there's something with these people from that particular region, from Chechnya, from Dagestan. These people don't. We have never walked a mile in their shoes. There's a mental fortitude that they have that we don't understand.
He looked pissed off, and that cut just made him even more pissed off.
Yeah.
Instead of diminishing his boxing ability, it enraged him.
I mean, he was dripping blood completely, and he was standing there ready to go on.
Stop it.
No,
what are the odds? What are the odds that Marcus Browne is in 2 fights with the same injury in the same place? Against Badujak first, and now against Artur Beterbiev. That's crazy.
No, and that's a great point that you guys brought up, because I forgot what round when it actually took place. That was like the 4th round when the cut happened, right? So remember, I think it was like the 6th round. They said the doctor might stoppage. I thought Beterbiev was about to kill Marcus Browne around, because he went crazy. He was throwing like 5-punch combinations, had him in the corner. It was. And that's another thing that I heard too, and I'll go ahead and say it, not being an apologist. I guess I kind of am, but Marcus Browne didn't quit. He was just up against a guy that I don't think anybody could beat at 175. To be honest,
no, he's unbeatable for now.
Not right now. I mean,
it's not worth it to
him over
punishment.
Him over Bilal
all day long.
All day.
Over who?
I think that ever since we started watching Beterbiev, going into, Kalen Johnson and moving up to Kalajdzic. And then after that, it's just like, he just got that turbo. I mean, yes, he started a little bit slow, and then that's where Browne came in. He's very skilled, using the jab consistently, landed a few power shots and things of that. But, later on to that, I mean, by the 3rd round, you did see Beterbiev started picking up and started to land accurate. And this is what he does. He lands accurate. And although it was a little bit more. I thought it'd be a little bit more difficult for Beterbiev to kind of come in the beginning. That's what happened. But then he just figured it out. Started presses into the body to the head, and then all of a sudden,
Marcos looked great.
Browne's engine just started to slow down a little bit, and that's where I'm like, man, it's gonna be a long night.
Marcos looked great at first, but the issue here with Beterbiev is that he has great cardio. He knows exactly how to cut off the ring. He has power in both hands. He has great amateur boxing. And then he's physically strong. So if you're hurt and you're trying to hold, he's going to shrug you off because he's physically stronger than anybody else.
And only 17 fights. Only at this age, these guys have 30, 40. He's got only 17 fights in this cut, and nothing else can stop this guy. I agree, man. I honestly wouldn't probably see if fights happen.
Listen, if I'm B-Wood,
undisputed 175.
If I'm Dimitri Bivol, I'll stay in Russia fighting these cards that nobody watches.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's not my opinion, okay? Not my opinion.
Okay.
Tony Bellew believes Canelo knocks out Beterbiev.
Tony Bellew needs to chill out.
Oh my God,
he's out of his mind.
You believe that, Hopper? I'm sure
when did he say that?
Huh? What?
You believe?
When did he say that?
Hold on, what was you drinking in there?
Was he?
That's what Tony Bellew said.
Stop drinking that. Tony Bellew
juice. Not my opinion.
Question.
Not my opinion. This is Tony Bellew's.
When did
the best thing Canelo did was
Twitter
move away from the 175.
He called you that?
Tony Bellew called me and said, "Hey, Copper, don't believe those guys over there, man. They're haters. All right,
damn.
They're looking to knock out
Beterbiev."
No, he didn't say that though. He did say that.
Are you kidding me?
I don't. Look here. I can pull you up his quote verbatim.
Tony Bellew, if he said that, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, no, he goes, I quote unquote, I think Canelo would stop Beterbiev. I've seen the warning signs. I've seen the shots that he can be hurt with. Quote, that's what Tony
Shots?
Bradley
What
said.
kind of shot? Who has
One
given
day,
Beterbiev
look,
shots?
hey, bro, don't
Okay.
shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger,
But you
bro.
believed it.
Beterbiev does get hit a lot.
Oh, he does.
He does get hit a lot. He takes a lot of punches. Can Canelo land one of those punches? Maybe.
Man, honestly, look, I'm a Canelo. I might be a little Canelo fan, just a little bit.
I am too. I love him.
That's a rumor. That's a rumor I've heard.
It's a rumor. Hasn't been proven.
He's being sarcastic,
That's a myth.
Angel.
It's
Sarcastico.
but even I
Let me
would,
see your
even
tattoos.
I
Take
would
off your
think
shirt.
Canelo would be facing an uphill battle against
got
this
the
guy.
Canelo.
Canelo's little. He's little. This guy's just gonna be trying to walk him down. And
So if it's little, why is he thinking to go move up to?
I think
to
Tony
cruiserweight?
just wants to be part of that Canelo payday tour. That's why he's probably
Yeah.
Hey,
There
Hey,
you go. I know that.
Hey, real quick,
I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do the
hey,
fight.
you got to do what you got to do, brother. All right, so we got some comments here. Let's go ahead and get to them. I think we definitely woke him up with that one. So,
for real.
absolutely. Chicano Prophet says he's a solid fighter, no doubt. I think he's talking about you, Hopper. Beterbiev has real power. True statement said right there. Absolutely. G Funky in the his house. Shout out to him, man. Doing big things. ACP. Beterbiev made Browne move faster and work harder early on, and Browne was breaking down.
Big brain right there.
Browne's
Big brain
side.
comment.
Beterbiev is the real deal. Absolutely. Real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Holyfield. Shall we say that? All right. So Bell used says
Wow.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Slap you when he whips everyone's behind.
Whoa.
Whoa, Manny.
Easy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey,
Damn, bro.
You and your Canelos.
Damn,
man.
man.
I mean,
Man.
every show we gotta talk about Canelo.
Slap you with.
Okay, Manny. All right, get it together, bro. All right.
Take it easy, Manny.
Jesus. All right.
Slapping people.
Look at that. Canelo wins 8 rounds to 4.
Let's go.
Decision, okay.
Good face.
I mean,
face, gringo.
Okay, seriously.
that's a scenario I can see happening.
What?
Honestly.
Angel, what would happen, man? Like, Angel, what
Listen.
happened?
Listen.
Explain yourself. What
Listen.
scenario happening? Them fighting or Canelo actually knocking him out?
I think
Okay,
Canelo.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I think Canelo can box him enough to under his promotion, under his usual team, he can get a win. He can get a decision win. What if Beterbiev never finds him? He's bigger, he's taller, he's stronger, he's heavier. What if he never finds him?
Okay, so
Canelo can box.
no, I've heard that. That's true. We're on the same page there.
That's the rumor.
That's a rumor. Now, all right. So, Angel, you're the guest here, but we got to ask you straight up. When there's like one person watching, but they're really into it right now because we're about to ask you. They announced that fight. Who wins?
Okay, I'll go with my heart and I'll say Beterbiev by knockout.
Wow, that's some heart right there.
I go bold.
Wow.
Bigger go home, gringo.
That's why he go bald too.
Wow. All right, so we got another comment here from our man G Funky.
No, me either.
Not happening anytime soon. No,
Canelo's not gonna fight him.
Not
He's
anytime
gonna send Zurdo after him. Ve peleale, güey. Chingatelo. Good luck.
Bueno, pues Zurdo.
Ayer la pelea era para eso.
Hey, mira.
La pelea de ayer
Claro.
era para eso.
Listen,
Tú puedes, güey. Tú puedes.
they made the fight back to back. They made
Exacto.
Beterbiev
Era para
Friday,
eso.
Zurdo Saturday, and then Zurdo wins and calls out Bevo.
And that's the fight we should be talking about.
Hey,
Yeah.
Zurdo's
Right
been
now-
after Bivol for a
Manny,
while.
why are we talking about that fight?
Yeah.
We set it up for you. You should be talking about it. No,
Zurdo
but
Beterbiev.
seriously, no, I think that's the fight to happen, man.
Absolutely.
I was hearing, I think it was from L Dub actually that fight was pretty much locked, sealed, and signed and delivered, and pretty much ready
Which
to
one?
go. Well, the Zurdo Beterbiev. No, Bivol.
Bivol? Man, Bivol's been kind of ducking him for a while now, man.
Duck sauce.
Listen,
A
Bivol,
little bit of duck sauce.
Joe
Kinda
Smith
sort
Jr.
of.
put Bivol in some trouble when they fought. Bivol won pretty comfortably, but there was a moment there when Smith Jr. started asking some questions that I don't know if Bivol had the answers to. Thankfully, it was later in the fight, but I don't know, man. Out of those three,
Which one is that?
Zurdo, Bivol, and Beterbiev, I think Bivol loses against both of them.
Whoa.
I don't see Bivol
I think so too.
winning against Beterbiev, to be honest. I do see that fight. You know, I think Beterbiev will easily, for me in my eyes, will really handle that. You know, when it comes to Zurdo, I gotta say too, you know, you said it for Wilatio. En este momento, las 175 libras, no hay nadie que se pueda ganar a Beterbiev. In my opinion, not now. That cut didn't take him out of contention. There's nothing else that will actually stop him.
He's not human.
And I think like we were talking about it. You know, we mentioned it earlier. I mentioned it earlier. You know, Zurdo's a brilliant technical boxer. He is. Last night, I think he thought, this is just me thinking, I think he thought he was going to take out Gonzalez earlier, you know, in second, third round, and just forgot his game plan. He wasn't even listening to his trainers. You know, they just told him to box, and he goes in there and starts head.
But Gonzalez came out swinging, though. He came out throwing some fire, too, so he had to be a little bit careful.
Zurdo thought he was going to take
It was
him
entertaining
out.
as shit, though, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good
So,
fight.
and he was getting caught, too. Zurdo was, that chin was twisted.
My concern right now is if you think about when Zurdo came back, he came back and fought the great, you know, Houston Terreno,
Tigre.
Alfonso Lopez Tigre. That was a pretty good fight.
I was
You
there.
could see the caliber and the
Yeah.
talent that Zurdo Ramirez has. Then he fought Sullivan Barrera. What was that? And
Good
now
measuring stick to a degree, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
now he fought
Sullivan is
maybe
real.
someone a little bit better. I mean, in Gonzalez, which Gonzalez has some really good moments. And before that, I mean, Gonzalez looked spectacular. He came in for like almost 3-5 to knockout. So I mean, it is what it is, and we can see the talent in Zurdo.
Hey.
My concern is you haven't been at that elite level yet, and you can see the lack of response when it comes to the later rounds. Maybe he'll keep training, but I just don't think right now it's not to his best interest right now to get a Beterbiev fight. Bivol, I can
wants
see that
Bivol.
happening.
Bivol, maybe.
Yeah, he talked about it last
Bivol.
night.
That was the fight to make.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
been wanting Bivol.
That's what he wants.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. But
And then
if
Bivol, we'll see who happens.
yeah, if we see Zurdo against Beterbiev and we see the Zurdo that we saw last night
Nope, no
in a
chance.
firefight like that, he's gonna look up at the
Started to
lights
say
after the third round.
And we like him, man. We had him in the show. We
Oh,
like
man, he's
Zurdo.
great.
He's very
We got a
quiet
chance to
guy,
talk
but
to him.
he
We had a chance to interview
explodes
him.
and he touched people. I mean, he's there. You know, he's
Great guy.
likable. Yeah, good guy. But having said that,
Yeah, boxing. We're talking boxing. Yeah.
But yeah,
it is
go
what it
ahead,
is.
Manny. You're a hater. I know that. You're a
Hey.
Mexican hater. You see that
Hey.
flag behind me, and then
All right, got some comments right here.
get the fuck out of here.
I just got back, man. I just got back from Houston.
Get the fuck out of
Get the
here.
fuck out of here, man.
All right, so, he's Kelsey. I don't know. He's a very good fighter.
Who's he talking about?
Beterbiev.
Not unbeatable.
But not unbeatable.
Okay.
But
like that.
who can beat him right now?
No one.
There's two names. There's
Tony
Bivol
Belly
and
just
Zurdo.
mentioned, gave you a name.
Yeah, but Canelo's moving up to cruiserweight. He's going down to 160.
He's gonna fight Usyk after that. I know.
Yeah,
Canelo.
right. Yeah, sure. I'm sure. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, the other guy
I saw
that,
Anthony Joshua.
and he actually beat the other guy that could potentially maybe, and that was Alexander. There's no one else in there other than who? I just don't. I mean, so for the moment, I think if Bivol doesn't want to put, not even Joe Smith. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
not
know.
a fight for me.
Joe Smith is it's a tough individual.
What if? Let me throw this one at you. What if David Morrell moves up to 175?
Man, stop.
Okay.
No segue into
Man,
the other
stop.
fight, David Morrell. You see, that's why I
Man,
get paid the
stop.
big bucks to do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, good job, Bo.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. And we haven't talked about this guy.
We haven't talked about David Morrell just yet. He fought last
We
night
haven't
too.
talked about David Morrell, but we haven't talked about someone that moved up from the 168 to 175. He had a spectacular fight, moving up in weight. Caleb Smith.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Is he there into the mix?
that would be a banger. For
I want to
sure.
see that one.
But
I
he's
wanna see that
fighting.
one.
He's fighting Joe Smith, right? For
Joe Smith Jr.?
elimination? Yeah.
On the 15th, right? Of January?
In January. Yeah, that's gonna be a
Or
banger.
Or February.
February.
I think it's in January.
Yeah. I think it's 15.
January 15.
I think you're both wrong. How about that?
Yeah, how about
January
that?
15.
Wow.
So no, January 15. So the winner of that fight, and if it's Caleb Smith, two-time division champion.
No. It's Callum Johnson, guys.
Oh.
He already
It's
fought
Callum
Beterbiev.
Johnson. Okay.
And he
Oh,
lost. He got destroyed.
Whoa.
He did.
All right, so coming here from D-Style, according to Aram, he's been contacted by Beterbiev by Canelo team. Oh, so I guess he's not too far-fetched. That's kind of surprising, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, and you never know. Definitely, there's some crazy things out there.
Well, I mean, Canelo. Come on, guys. You know,
I'm looking at the future right now, and I see.
What do you see? What do you see?
I see a fight for I see dead people. Yeah, I see a fight for the light heavyweight title being contested at 172 or 171.
Whoa,
catch weight! Wow,
catch weight, Canelo.
That's what the catch weight.
Yeah, he didn't.
So is that going to be Canelo?
Of course, he didn't
come down here.
He didn't just learn boxing from Floyd. He learned business from Floyd too.
Yeah. And that's why he parted ways with La Jolla. There was no
business. He definitely did. All right, so no, good stuff there, but there definitely was a lot of boxing, a lot of good things that did happen. We're gonna go ahead and close things out here, man.
Hey, I want to shout out real quickly. You know, I know it was a very difficult fight for René, uno de los gemelos Alvarado, Nicaragua, Manado en la casa. Una oportunidad que tuvo contra Lamont Roach. Oye, 2 veces ya. Yo obviamente contra Roger Gutiérrez, que estuvimos ahí presentes aquí en el Frisco Center, que son tremenda cartelera especial que estuvimos ahí presentes. Yo como que vi esa pelea al gemelo y yo sí que de verdad pensaba que él podía ganarle a Lamont Roach, pero no creo, man. He started really good, but he missed a lot.
Too much accuracy for Lamont.
Yeah, exactly. And this just Lamont just looked like the better boxer. And I think that honestly, I'll say it right. For the first time, I can say that the judges did get it right. They got it right. I mean, I like the counter punching in Lamont and how smooth he looks. And so, you know, Alvarado had a really good moment in the first five rounds. But the good thing about this, and you can vouch for this, is the other brother, Ángel Alvarado, él es el campeón IBF de las 115, que es potencial para pelear contra el que acaba de ganar el campeón WBO, que lo es Jonathan Bomba González. Y él acaba de decir en sus redes sociales que una de sus metas es el poder ser unificando y poder ser campeón indiscutible en esa categoría. ¿Qué opinas tú, hablando un poquito de Bomba, que pueda surgir para él? Porque era otro de los campeones que nos hacía falta.
Sí, tenemos 2, si no me equivoco. Amanda no, Bimbito perdió en estos días en Japón.
¿Ah, perdió?
Sí, tenemos a Bomba y tenemos a Amanda.
No vi esa. Oye, mira,
y vamos, y para jactarme acá, como yo siempre hago, la única constante que hemos tenido por los últimos 5 años en el boxeo es Amanda Serrano.
Amanda Serrano.
En el boxeo puertorriqueño.
Ahí te está agarrando.
Aquí es donde yo me sirvo con la cuchara grande. En la única constante luego del retiro de Miguel Cotto, que nunca ha bajado, siempre se ha mantenido derechita, ha sido Amanda Serrano. Pero Bomba, a mí me alegra mucho lo que ha hecho Bomba ahora. Vamos, porque a Bomba, jovencito, con 15 o 14 peleas, le tiraron a Giovanni Segura.
Sí, muy rápido.
Y lo que hicieron fue un abuso. Eso es injusto. Eso no debieron haberlo hecho. Pero vamos.
Sí, Bomba, ¿verdad? ¿Cuándo entrena en la Tour de France?
Que le corrió.
Le corrió a la pulga.
A la pulga, la pobre pulga no pudo.
No. Ganó la pelea. Perdió el mexicano. Ya, pues hay que se quede. Ni mira la pelea, no me gusta.
Félix Alvarado está bien complicadito. Félix Alvarado, de sus últimas 5 peleas, 4 son knockout. De sus últimas 10, creo que 8 son knockout. Sí. Él está bien complicado. Y en ese peso hay que venir. You gotta come correct contra Alvarado. Así que vamos a ver. Me gusta Bomba. Yo creo que Bomba ha excedido las expectativas hasta donde ha llegado. Así que todo lo demás es gravy, como decimos.
Varias peleitas que tenemos ahora, y perdona, sorry, but I just want to ask him something real quickly about the state of boxing in Puerto Rico. Pero ahora mismo, obviamente hay varias peleas que se están concretando. Ahora mismo tenemos a José Sniper Pedraza, que se está hablando que ya está hecho. Es un hecho contra José Ramírez. ¿Cómo tú ves esa pelea?
José Carlos Ramírez.
I knew that was coming.
Complicado. José Carlos Ramírez es un tipo de nivel de campeonato en las 140 libras. Y vamos, su peleita contra Josh Taylor, sí la perdió, lo sacaron de ahí, pero
Sí.
él se veía muy bien en el transcurso de la pelea hasta que Josh Taylor encontró las manos. Nosotros, y vuelvo a Amanda, nosotros solamente tenemos una persona de calibre A+ en el boxeo puertorriqueño ahora mismo. Y se llama Amanda Serrano. El resto del corillo...
Ahí viene Sander.
Sander es jovencito
Ahí viene.
Y me gustaría, ¿verdad?, dejarlo que se madure y que no cometamos el error que hemos cometido en otras ocasiones. Vamos a dejarlo tranquilo. Me gusta, vamos, y con todo el respeto que se merece todo el mundo, me gusta Sander Sayas 1000 veces por encima de Edgar Berlanga, pero 1000 veces. Pero vamos, al muchacho se tiene que probar, y en las 47 y las 54 hay unos monstruos. Así que
tiburones.
Que se madure el muchacho. Yo me mantengo en el equipo de Amanda Serrano celebrando las victorias hasta que se quiera retirar, y el próximo capítulo pues entonces que agarre la antorcha el muchacho que quiera, pero me quedo con Amanda. Pero sí, me gusta Sniper en esa pelea contra José Carlos, pero José Carlos está bien complicadito y es un tipo de nivel de campeonato. Vamos a ver una pelea bien dura, y yo creo que José Carlos Ramírez puede llevarse la victoria.
Puede. Y esa es una de las peleas que yo voy a estar un poquito como que aquí y allá, porque obviamente, pues claro, uno siempre apoyamos el de nosotros, disfrutamos la carrera de Pedraza, campeón mundial, 2 divisiones. ¿Y qué sucede? Que soy fanático también de José Carlos, me gusta José Carlos, lo hemos conocido, es una persona bien humilde, trabajadora, sencilla, donde lo único que hace es la dedicación a la paz. O sea, el rancho, exactamente. Entonces, es como lo que yo llamo campeón del pueblo, donde quiera que él va, José Carlos, y él rápido se mira y ahí está una foto, ya le está preparado. Que esas cosas es lo que el público y la fanaticada quiere, y es lo que ha capturado, ¿verdad? El hecho de que yo pueda pensar de esa manera. Así que para mí también va a ser algo bastante posible, porque voy a estar dividido, pero claro, vamos a ver qué es lo que surge de aquí a allá.
Y lamentablemente, y con todo el respeto que se merece Sniper y su equipo, cuando lo vemos que se enfrenta a cierto nivel de boxeador, pues vemos la verdad, lamentablemente. Y yo creo que José Carlos está lo suficientemente cerca de la cima de las 140 libras, pues para mostrarnos la verdad de Sniper, lamentablemente, ¿verdad? Nos guste o no nos guste.
No, pero, y hay una oportunidad, porque si entonces, si obviamente si gana Ramírez, rápido puede haber una revancha después que Taylor va a pelear con Catral. Después de esa pelea, si él no decide vacar los títulos y mudarse a 147, puede haber una revancha, que también puede ser una posibilidad.
Esto es lo que yo quiero. En las 140 libras, esto es lo que yo quiero. Yo quiero a Chon Cepeda o a José Carlos Ramírez, o a José Carlos Ramírez contra Teofimo López subiendo a las 40, que él dijo que va a subir. Esa es la pelea que yo quiero ver. Y que lo que pase...
¿Tú dirías que Taylor se vaya de ahí, se vaya para allá a tratar de buscar
No. Yo creo que él puede dar fuego todavía. Digo, si él hace el peso cómodo, ¿verdad? Porque yo entiendo que él todavía hace el peso a las 140, le vienen bien. Tiene todos los títulos encima.
Claro.
No sé cuál es su plan para el futuro. Pero mientras tanto, que defienda, yo quiero ver a Chon o a José Carlos Ramírez enfrentar a Teofimo López subiendo a las 140, a ver qué le queda al muchacho. A ver si Teofimo López en las 140... Chon Cepeda es un problema. Chon Cepeda es un problema.
Sí.
Absolutely.
Me cayó la boca, el shut me down. Pero también yo estuve bien por todo el writing que hizo el campamento de Vargas, que me puso a mí tan mal que así le cayó lo que se merecía en ese mismo momento. Never disrespect the boxer. Never do that. Not even if you want to hype the fight. And it's a free fight. What are you looking for? You know what I mean?
I like that. I like the trash talking. I like all that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I'm not looking at the numbers right now, but I'm sure that puts some more viewers on that broadcast. That whole mess they did at the weigh-ins, that whole thing. I'm sure it caught a little bit of fire. But if you can't back it up, we have a problem.
No, that was pretty. Yeah,
And just to clarify, Celicia Estrada, super bad, is from East Los. She's not Puerto Rican. We love her, but
no.
Yeah, she's another kind of brown, Mexican, not Puerto Rican.
No, but Gringo, I want to touch on my final thought.
Yes.
Listen.
All right, I got my headphones turned up all the way, brother.
Huh? No, yes. There was a fight on the Morel undercard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jose Valenzuela, rápido como rayo, el rayo Jose Valenzuela. He dropped Austin Delay 4 times. It would have been 5 times in the 3rd round, but it didn't happen. He's now 11-0, 7 knockouts. And he trains alongside David Benavides.
I want to ask you, do you think he's a player now?
Oh, he's getting there. He's 22 years old. He's getting there. Just want to shout him out. You know, he had a sensational win over the weekend. So
definitely. Do you agree with the? Because I know that it was
the stoppage was a little. Yeah, maybe it might have been a little, but he already dropped him 4 times.
Yeah, it was over. No, it was over.
Yeah,
I never want anybody to get hurt for sure. No, definitely on that. So,
Rayo.
Yeah, there you go. Rayo's doing big things for sure. Good stuff there, Hopper. Angel, thanks so much for being on with us, man. We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Anything that you want to shout out, what people can follow you and check out your channel.
El Pugilato on all the platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. El Pugilato on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcast, everywhere you listen to your podcast, you can get El Pugilato. And also Spotify now is allowing some content creators to upload their podcast videos on Spotify, and I'm one of them. So if you can't watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Spotify. Like you watch the Joe Rogan Experience on Spotify, you can watch El Pugilato also on Spotify.
Right. Pugilato.
So yeah, we're on there, and shout out to all the people that have helped me. Shout out to Zulem Urbina, to Alma Ibarra, Amanda Serrano, all the girls that have been on the podcast, all the boxers that have been on the podcast, everybody. So thank you for having me here.
Absolutely, appreciate you having you. And I want to say one last thought is La Mamacita just continue to crush my heart. Super bad. My God, she is super bad.
Absolutely. No, she's we'll keep it PG for the people out there. We love you. I'm not thirsty at all. Respect her.
She's beautiful. That's a beautiful woman right there.
Beautiful woman right there. Oh, man. Oh, woman. All right, so Raw Boxing TV said, "What's up, my people?" D-Style says, "Pulasso Experience."
The Pulasso Experience. I love it.
Experience.
All right, so we just want to make sure that you guys continue to support the HCP Network. They got a lot of great things going on, and we're so honored to be a part of it. And yeah, we're normally going to be on Sundays, every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern. And, it's a special time for Angel. We want to make sure we get time to speak with him. And it's truly been great, man. It didn't disappoint at all. Hopper did a little bit, but
that's something y'all got to handle. That's something I got to handle amongst yourselves.
We'll deal with that. But no,
maybe we get even on the next Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry, or maybe he just, grow more himself.
Let's see.
All right. But we'll go ahead and get out of here. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Much love, support, and we are out. Peace.
Love, peace, chicken grease.
Si vodiamo.
Bye-bye.
Adios.